This is Jonathan Eads, the head of school, and I'm here with Dr. Byron Williams, 8th grade dean and 8th grade history teacher here at Kinkaid. And, we tout opportunities you simply can't get anywhere else here at Kinkaid. In the upper school, one of those things is interim term. And Dr. Williams and his colleagues took the leadership to create an 8th grade interim term that we just completed. So Byron, thanks for your leadership and thanks for visiting with us today. Tell us a little bit about your inspiration behind 8th grade interim term. And I'd also be curious to hear, how did your colleagues embrace the idea? Then we'll talk about the kids.
Sure. So thank you. 8th grade interim term came about because COVID-19 is a killer and it's a thief. And we just got tired of it stealing things from our 8th graders, right? And so when talking with my colleagues about what can we do? We've got to do something. And talking to the parents, some of the 8th grade parent leaders, what can we do for our kids to let them know that this is a special week for them, that we care about them. We chose to say, well, why don't we do something like what upper school does? So yes, I went and talked to Ms. Murdoch in upper school, and she shared the brochure, and we went to work trying to build a plan for this 8th grade interim, just to give them an opportunity to explore things that they wouldn't get to do in a normal week.
Well, that's fantastic. Tell us about it. So what sort of offerings did we have, and how was a typical day structured?
So a typical day would be, they'd get here, they'd have a class in the morning, which was essentially their first, second, and third period class, and then their fifth, sixth, and seventh period class. So basically one class in the morning, one in the afternoon, electives in the middle, sports at the end. So we basically took out the core academic classes and replaced those with some enrichment opportunities. The ones that stand out to me, lots of opportunities. I think there were 24 different classes that were offered. So it was Med School 101, where they were dissecting things. There was a law and order or a mock trial class. Some of them learned cooking with Marsha Smart. So go to smartinthekitchen.com, check that out. The kids were able to cook in that class. There was a class about watching game film, a class on anti-racism. There were all kinds of offerings.
That's great. And be sure and click on the link in the Falcon Flyer to see that brochure. Well, talk to us about the kids and how did they receive it? I don't mind sharing, although my daughter might not love it. I have an 8th grade daughter. She had a phenomenal week. I heard about it every night at dinner. What are you hearing from the 8th graders in general about how it went?
Sure. I just asked my 7th period class before I left. I was like, how did it go? They were like, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I hope you do it again. And so they enjoyed it. They said the only thing that they gave some few things that we could tweak to make it so that kids could take even more classes next time. But they said they enjoyed it. They loved their classes. They loved the opportunity to not have to stress about homework, but also to be learning all day long.
That's great. So can I take from that you and your colleagues and our 8th grade students would be interested in doing it again next year? Are we starting a tradition here?
So it may be a tradition. It may be, Jonathan, because in talking with the colleagues that I have spoken with, they said they could really see this being a part of what we offer. You pay all this money to send your kids to Kinkaid. This is a wonderful place to be, and this could be a new opportunity. That's
great. Last question, Dr. Williams. What are you most pleased with and proud of now that you're on the other side of that interim week for 8th grade?
So one, the kids, this was outside of their normal curriculum, and they were fully engaged. So I'm most proud of them. I'd say a very close second is the colleagues, faculty and staff here stepped up in a big way. They did way more work than they would have done in a typical week, and they all did it. They loaned things, they gave their time, their energy, their creativity to make this happen. I'm so proud of all of them.
And I am proud of you and grateful for your leadership and that of your colleagues. So thank you for the opportunity to learn about 8th grade interim term.